it's me Vishali, and today I'm going to build out my favorite things, playlist, and stuff which I loved in the first 6 months of 2023. And I'm going to talk about my favorite products, nail paint shades, and really random stuff. Okay, and I hope that you enjoy it, and let me know your favorite, the first quarter favorites of 2023 as well, and what you see using, what you will repurchase, and stuff like that. And some things you just can't get over with, or the playlist you're enjoying. It can be anything. Okay, so drop them down below. I would love to know your thoughts as well. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Also, just know that my neighborhoods are actively improving their houses and they're smoothing their floors, but I hope you can hear me right. I know I might be yelling in the earphone here. It's my mic, and I hope you are able to hear me clearly. So without any further ado, let's start with the first thing of 2023, and let's set it out straight, which is the color of the year, magenta. And I have introduced in my here in a form of nail paint as usual, because I don't know, because I'm not going to wear lipstick or something like that. I'm pretty much minimalistic and simple in that sense, but I can definitely wear this. In the last 1 month I have let the nail bed rest, meaning that I haven't applied any color on top of it, meaning they were just naked last month. So I've reapplied again to just let you guys know these are favorite. The nail paint color is the favorite color this year, which I introduced, and it's by Swiss Beauty. Okay, so in the shade 45. So if you want to hop on the train of that color of the year, just hype stuff up. Like, if you can even have a shorts in that color, you can even have a yoga mat in that color, or a pillowcase, or a notebook, or a lipstick shade which is right on point, which defines the Pantone color of the year, and you are good to go. And as you venture into the next 6 months, but this is a shade. It's pretty. Okay, it's pretty. As you can see, did I get to sell you this? Okay, yeah, it's Swiss Beauty. I love the shade. Okay, can you guys see it? Yeah, it looks beautiful, right? It looks pretty. It looks beautiful. Yeah, I loved it. And it's very sasta. Okay, it has this con that it fades away very easily. So if you are in the habit of, like, you want it to last for a week or a month, this is not it. It will fade away, and you might need to, pop it off again and again. Pop it off and pop. Yeah, let your nails flash and pop while you are talking with everybody here and there. Yeah, so this looks good. It goes along with all the clothes, and especially black and all of that, whatever you're wearing. It just adds the hint of color in this beach fascinated era at the moment we are living in. And the next I want to talk about this diary. Okay, this planner has been my favorite by paperkraft. Okay, it has this plain texture. I'm not someone who is going to do too much aesthetic feel here, but I love the texture of the paper. I love it all, how it comes through. And with that being said, we are going to jump into my favorite book of the year, which is by Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. It's about the death and the dying. The title is the same, The Death and the Dying. And this year, my trail of reading is quite slow. I mean, it's very slow this year, but this has been my favorite. Like, I have finished around 4 to 5 books, I guess, this year. But this book has been my favorite. So, when you enter into the precipice of 25 and go beyond it, as you might be aware, now I'm 26. I just celebrated my birthday, and it feels good to be on the other side of 20s. On 20, you know in the last later half of the decade of 20s. And you get to you need to get to the terms with mortality, not only yours but of the other people. Because we just can't stop some stuff or things which are prone to happen, which are inevitable, right? But the fixated mind of ours might have the habit that we go into it and we try to save people who can't be saved anymore, even they are not willing to put any efforts, and in fact that they are coming in terms with death, and or they are coming in terms to getting over this life situation, and are okay with transitioning into another orientation, or they are ready to go forward. Yeah. So it was very important that somehow we make sense, and we just can't do zabardasti that to for someone to get well. We just can't do after a certain point. We just can't help beyond a certain point. And the sooner we understand it, it doesn't matter even if this is something which is inevitable for everybody. Not no, this book is not only for someone who is interested in reading about it, but I feel like this book needs to be read by everyone. um, if you are someone who just wants to get some different perspective from someone who is talking with patients every day, or who is in that industry, and who is a academically oriented, as well as someone who have done research based studies into that. um, there are some profound meaningful statements they have to share. Like the people who are dying, they have something meaningful to share, and how you are going to handle stuff during the last days. Of course, we do handle it somehow. We definitely manage it, or we definitely are okay navigating it. But if we have certain kind of tools in our toolkit to use someday into the future, and just to make sense and have some perspective about it, it just helps you somehow. And I'm going to read one paragraph which has stayed with me, and I definitely recommend you guys to read the book as well. It is definitely, it's different. It's not something like a rom-com for sure, but it will give you some damn good perspective to handle situations. What is the thing about death and dying? It's not only limited to the instance of your body passing, like your soul leaving your body or whatever, but we come across different situations where the life cycle is also dying. But it can be about your career, like your one career is dying. I mean, there are certain phases, like you're transitioning from being a dash to dash, like from assistants to an executive or something like that, right? So some parts are dying, and you're having a rebirth in some form. So in our day-to-day life as well, there are relationships dying, there are careers dying, there are something or the other. The season is ending. Okay, now we are done with the summers, we are entering into monsoon. So we need to get acquainted with all the seasons of life and the weather. And it is we are facing it every day, in some format or the other. And this paragraph which I have written down in my diary, and I come to it I love reading. I love putting some quotes the way whatever I've loved in this. And this is something I'm gonna share with you right now. It goes something like this. One moment, I'll just see my, yeah, it's right. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna read this to you. Acceptance should not be mistaken for a happy stage. It is almost void of feelings. It is as if the pain had gone, the struggle is over, and there comes a time for the final rest before the long journey. As one patient phrased it, this is also the time during which the family needs usually more help, understanding, and support than the patient himself. While the dying patient has found some peace and acceptance, his circle of interest diminishes. He wishes to be left alone or at least not stirred up by news and problems of the outside world. Visitors are often not desired, and if they come, the patient is not longer in a talkative mood. He requests limitations on the number of people and prefers short visits. This is the time when TV is off. Our communication then becomes more non-verbal than verbal. The patient may just make a gesture of the hand and ask us to sit in silence. Such moments of silence may be the most meaningful communications for people who are not uncomfortable in the presence of a dying person. We may together listen to the song of a bird from the outside. Our presence may just confirm that we are going to be around until the end. We may just let him know that it is all right to say nothing when the important things are taken care of, and it is only a question of time until he can close his eyes forever. It may reassure him that he is not left alone when he is no longer talking, and a pressure of the hand, a look, a leaning back in the pillows may say more than many noisy words. I love the way she has put it into words, and yeah, it's an incredible book, and it has many profound or talks with the patients, many profound point of views from her side as well. And I definitely recommend, if you want to read it, definitely go forward and read it, especially even if you are in your 20s, and doesn't matter in which era you are in your life right now. This book is great. Okay, it is a bit different, on a totally different spectrum, or not very funny. Of course it's not funny, or romantic or whatever, but it's very basic, main, important for us to know in our foundational years. Yeah. um but it doesn't mean that even after reading we are gonna have a greater perspective, but at least a larger orientation of a big picture. Yeah, somehow it can help. Nobody knows how it can help us, but yeah, definitely read it. Okay, so now moving on to the body care. This time I want to talk about Dr. Sheths body lotions. Okay, so I've gotten two. One has some beta, BHAs into it, but this is something which one can use regularly after the morning bath. Okay, so this is shea butter and vitamin E body lotion. The texture of it is very very light, and it just goes under the skin. It makes the skin super soft. It's wonderful. It's very lightweight. I love using this during summers, and I definitely wanna repurchase it. It has a beautiful texture. In summers it doesn't make your skin sweaty or otherwise or nothing, and it's fragrance free as well. So someone who is very obsessed with bath and body works products, who smell the fragrance, the smell is beautiful. But you know, this has its pros, so definitely a good lotion. Okay, it comes in 200 ml bottle, like a pump bottle, and it goes for quite some, you know, for at least 2 months. If you're lathering your body with it, it will just go for like 1.5 months. But yeah, the next one from Dr. Sheths, I'm going to talk about tea tree and lactic acid body lotion. This one is great to use in the PM after a shower. So if you're like me, who is, you know, in a habit of showering day and night, you will enjoy using this. This is good product to use in the night because it contains lactic acid and all of that, so it is a great exfoliator. It has licorice extract. Again, it also has salicylic acid. Of course, it has the acids. That's why texture is great. This is more smooth and it exfoliates the skin so nicely. I love using it in the night. It's beautiful. Definitely doesn't have any fragrance, so if you're something in aromatherapy or something like that, go for Bath and Body Works aromatherapy products like eucalyptus or something like that. But if you just want to get to the point, you know, then this one is good one. The exfoliating one, the PM one, has some lactic acid smell, like a kind of pungent tint to it, but it works wonderfully. All right. So yeah, Dr. Sheth's products. All right. And then my next favorite body wash I'm gonna talk about. This is a bit hilarious for you guys, maybe, but I enjoyed using this. And the body wash I'm gonna talk about is Baby Hug. So there is a shop near my house, and I just entered and I purchased this daily head to toe milky wash. All right, it contains aloe vera, it contains wheat germ oil, it contains glycerin, and it's very gentle and it has a milk protein formula. I'll tell you, it just feels so moisturizing that you don't need to lather on top too much of a moisturizer. This is so beautiful if you are like sweating in the morning, you are coming after some workout, or you are having a very hectic day. This one, beautiful. Okay, I really love this one. Even this is targeted to the baby kids. I love enjoying this. Okay, yeah, this is really beautiful. And the other one from the same brand, which is Baby Hug, I really love that, you know, they have this daily moisturizing cream here. It contains the same thing, 50 ml the bottle comes with, but the formulation and the fragrance is beautiful. I use this sometimes as a hand cream after I'm done with washing my clothes or whatever and whatever. But you know, or you can also apply this on your elbows or wherever you want to apply it. You know, it's beautiful cream texture, okay, to lather on your body or any body parts. Okay, it's very gentle, it's beautiful. I totally recommend this. I don't have a baby yet, but my unborn child knows that the mother is already using baby products. Okay, and then I'm gonna talk about the tea. Okay, so this is the tea treasure pure spearmint tea. It's a loose leaf. Okay, they are the loose leaves. It's not a paper bag. Okay, so this product comes with the loose tea leaves. I love it. Doesn't have caffeine in it. It's a pure herb. So the purpose of having this is because of hirsutism. If you suffer from hirsutism even a little bit, okay, even if you are okay into your stats in your labs and whatever, even if you have ran it a few times, you don't find a cause of it, just drink this. This is said to be helpful. Of course, it's not going to get rid of the it totally, but somehow it's going to help you. I have this daily, and I love the flavor of it as well. It's really refreshing in summers. I really enjoyed having it. It's very refreshing. So you can have this twice. I mean, 2 cups of it. So if you're a woman and if you know anyone who might suffer through some unknown, this problems and all of that, you can try to have it. Okay. It's very normal thing to happen these days, but you can do something for your health because you don't know the correct treatment for it. So yeah, there you go. And yeah, this is it, talking about products and all. I've spoken about my books as well. The playlist I enjoyed had a stack of Nicolas Brittle's top there. Okay, in the last 6 months I have heard Nicolas Brittle. Why? Because of Succession. Damn perfect. I've been also listening to the main title tune, the soundtrack of Skyrim. It's a game. I don't play games. I'm not a gamer. Okay, ever. I've never been. The last game I played was Road Rash and Week of 2 back in the era. But I don't play games anymore. But this music of Skyrim is mind blowing. It feels very ancient. It takes back me to the nostalgic era. Like, it feels very historical and nostalgic. I loved it. um in the last 6 months, on the top of my chart, I have also have Chikni Chameli there. Your girl, my groove into it. And then I have the Dua Lipa track from Barbie, and it's beautiful. The Barbie movie is coming in July, you guys know that. And then there is this track by Flo and Missy Elliott. It goes by the title Fly Girl. Loved it. It's right there. Amazing song. It gives 2009 2010 pop vibes. That's why I feel I'm attracted to the song more. I've been listening to it on loop. And then the next song I have on top there is Tropic Morning News by the Nationals. I love the band, you guys. I was reading a newsletter on Substack, and I read a newsletter written by a father. Okay, so he shared this album with the other fathers. Okay, I am everywhere. Okay, even I'm not like in that zone, but I still like to read thoughts of other people. You know, so I read that newsletter, and in that he shared it, and since then I've been loving this band, the Nationals. It's amazing. It's really great. Taylor Swift also collaborated with them on the Alcott, but however, in the last 6 months, Taylor Swift's song don't top in my chart so far. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe I'm just, my taste is becoming different. But the vibe this year in the first 6 months have been desi Bollywood vibes, filmy and orchestral soundtrack. So that goes. Favorite series so far has been Succession for sure. Uh, it's been giving me so much me to think about, but I love the story. I love the series. Thanks to Jesse Armstrong for creating it. Mark my lord, who served so much, and I'm so glad I got to see it live. I mean, in like when it was happening and not sometime later. I'll definitely recommend you guys to watch it. That was my favorite series this year so far, right? The Night Manager is also there, but the standard is like Succession here, and I'm waiting for Night Manager to stream now, uh, for obvious reasons. And now the movies. This year I loved watching Pathan from Bollywood. I'm waiting for Oppenheimer, Barbie, Mission Impossible to get into the theaters. I will love to watch that. I've also created a merch for Oppenheimer and Barbie because it's my brother's birthday month, and we are planning to get out and binge both of it, the movies. And so I created some merch. If you want to get it, it's a link in the description, you can have it. I've also created a Capricorn merch, so some different stuff. Okay, so if you are going to watch Oppenheimer or Barbie together, just have that t-shirt on and make the whole day a very tributal fact to this beautiful Hollywood feature films that which are releasing in the same month on the same time everywhere. Yeah. um what else I have here, which I want to share with you guys? Yeah, that's all. Yeah, for as of now, that's all, guys. Yeah, so that's all. I hope you guys enjoy listening me talk. Let me know what have you loved so far in 2023, and which memory was your favorite song, food, cafe, or celebrity drama, or this a photograph, magazine, news, whatever. What made this year so far a wonderful phenomena to remember? I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Until then, enjoy. Take care. Sending lots of love. Bye.